channel here, and hopefully the mods can get this out. Very frustrating what's going on at the moment. The internet sucks here at the hotel. It's not a problem I had previously. Yep, so anyway, welcome back to the channel. Anybody that's here, it looks like nobody's here. Okay, I'm going to share a link. Let me try to share that with the mods very quickly. Okay, mods. Okay, here we go. Somebody's here. There's Arctic. Okay. I'm pasting it in the mods group so you can share it on social media. This internet connection here sucks. I don't know why. Last time I was here, it was fantastic connection, but it's really sucky connection tonight. So my apologies for that, folks. The light's a little bright there. Courtney said, been away to the US for too long. How's that, Courtney? Anyway, folks, what an epic day. Some mods I've just posted it there. Okay. All right, so apparently I got mentioned by Rob Hersoff today in an email or a video he did. So welcome to the program, folks. Let me see if I can't get this thing to open up the way I want it to. Okay, I can see the chat over here now. 129 people here. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Stop doing that. Okay, there we go. Live chat. Okay. Oh, let me take this off. Okay. So, folks, today I went to Peter Maritzburg after I bid farewell to my friends John and Paula Tungay in Howick, and look what I got today. Ooh, check it out. Check it out. These are Jim Green Africa Ranger boots. They rock. These are really nice and expensive. I'm not going to Orania, Courtney. There's no time. It's freaking 18,000 hours to drive there. But thank you for the super chat. Yeah, these are incredible, folks. I put my foot in these boots and they fit perfectly the moment I put them on. And they've got it emblazoned on the back here. Jim Green, the logo. Check it out. Famous frog. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. They don't really sell the merch, but they have it for employees. So I don't know if I'm guilted them into it or they just gave it. Nice. Family. There it was really love. This one's not. That's not what I needed on my bad leg. So Peter Maritzburg was incredible. Benoni is closer. Yeah, Benoni is a lot closer. Okay, love my Jim Greens. Oh, you got a pair, Mr. RG, Mr. MR. Yes, I've been to the Church of the Vow before. It's not very impressive. There is a bust of Daniel Lindley in there, who was a missionary here in South Africa in the 19th century, who greatly influenced the Zulu. So let me take the other one. So here's the other one. So there's other Jim Green. These are really incredible. Their own soles, folks. Jim Green soles, not Vibrams, but Jim Green soles. Really well done. I went throughout the tour. I did a 35 interview with Gareth Crouch today, and I will edit that when I have a chance, but I'm knackered. It's been a long day. I did that. Then I went, give me a moment, I have to collect something. Then I went down near Hillcrest, and on my way back, and stopped at another shoe place that makes flip-flops. And I think you're going to like these. They're pretty cool. They gave me 2 pair, and they have a pair for Ronaldo. This is Ronaldo's pair, and they're called Eopsy. Eopsy. There you go. You can see Eopsy on there. Whoops, the light changes very quickly there. Sorry about that. Yeah, Eopsy. So these are pretty cool. These are nice. This is Ronaldo's pair with his tiny feet. There you go. Welcome, Marco from Parle. Okay, never heard of Jim Green. Well, I'll tell you, it's a shame. They're famous. They're a brand built in the 1990s, and they do a lot of their shoe sales are in the United States. In fact, it accounts for about 40% of their business right now. So the Crouch Shoe Company was started by his grandfather and his father back in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe the 80s, and they both worked in the shoe industry. His father was a cobbler, his grandfather was an accountant or something like that. So they decided to make shoes, and they thought they could do better than the company they worked for, and they did. And Crouch Shoes became a pretty big brand, but they sold mostly to retailers and such. But then eventually it just became unprofitable to make shoes in South Africa. So they started importing those shoes from China. But the son said he used to be a guide in Kruger National Park, and he was really fond of the outdoors and adventure stuff. And so he wanted to make the shoes, hiking shoes and things like that. So they went with it, went with the Jim Green brand, and here they are today, a company that in lean times, family members were working their tails off, doing everything under the sun. Now they have 150 employees. You should see the factory, folks, and you will see the factory. Hey, Marco Brits. Okay, this thing is really bad connection over here. I'm going to put the video in my browser because I can't get enough to even watch that live. So I'm getting 8 megabytes per second upload on my mobile network with Vodacom, which is what I'm using right now on my backup mobile. Best quality, but 8 megabytes is enough to live stream. I can't live stream from here. It's ridiculous. I don't know what the problem is. Last time I stayed here, I was getting so much internet. Now I'm getting jack squat. Anyway, so that's Ronaldo's pair. I got 2 pair, and here you go. These are lovely. I'm not a flip-flop person, but nice of them to give these to me. I'll try them out, and they look pretty nice. Good quality here. Come with nice cases. So there's, once again, Eopsy. You can see that right there. And you see really good quality material they put in this thing. Shower, so that it breaks in. But very nice. And this one comes with a nice arch on it. So you can see that. If you've got a good arch on it. No idea what they cost, folks. I didn't even ask. I really literally had to swing into the place and pop out of there very quickly and get back down the road to make it to my meet and greet at Bolito. When I got to the meet and greet Bolito, I got out and I noticed the tire was damn near flat. When I got the Audi, the sensor light said that one of the tires was low, and I looked, and the back right tire looked a little bit low, but it wasn't very far. And the guy said, well, in those lights, those sensors tend to fail, and he's correct. They do tend to fail. It's pretty cool. They got the little logo right in here. He flips on these metal things. Probably can't read that. And then there's a little sun logo at the bottom of it. Anyway, so I drove down today, and by the time I got to Bolito, the tire was damn near flat. I'm amazed. We tried to put air in it. It called but unfortunately, they don't have a compressor that you plug in your cigarette lighter and fill it up, and it took like 10, 15 minutes away. So someone told me that the engine had a mechanic, and they would, plug the hole. Well, there's no mechanic on duty, so it was unfortunately bad information. There's a tire place, Tiger Tire, across from, but they're closed at that hour. So I went and bought a can of the inflate crap for 129 Rand. One of the gas station attendants filled the tire with that and then filled it up. And it still gave me an indication that the light wasn't working, but it's from Bolito back to Suncoast, and it looks like it's held. As of right now, the tire is still full, and maybe that sealed it for now. Yeah, that can spray can work very well depending on the type of puncture or the screw that's in there. So, yeah. Scumbag shoes, Margate, South Coast, handmade leather, grandpa, sandals, boots. Really awesome. What? What are you going on about, Nick Boswell? Anyway, so here's another pair that I got. This is a pair of black ones. So these are Eopsies again. So there you go. So these were a gift and very kind. I have gifts that have been given to me the last couple meet and greets. I haven't even had a chance to look at some of these meet and greets, so I'm going to have to do it. So let me see what it says here. It says, hey, Ronnie, Comerford says, thank you for your purchase. Our Eopsies are handmade using locally sourced materials to keep your Eopsies clean. Give them a wipe with a soft sponge and lukewarm water. All right, but they told me to go ahead and try them in the shower so they fit better. So, okay, I'll try that. But there you go. And they come with a nice little, sack that they put them in. But I mean, again, I'm not a flip-flop person, but I mean, I'll give them a shot. And but I'm telling you, this is pretty cool. Very kind of people to do. They reached out to me, and it was on the way back, so I was able to do it. So tomorrow was supposed to be free, but it's not. Once again, I'm filling my calendar. By the way, I got another section. There you go, Jim Green. But don't find you handsome. At least they'll find you handsome. Oh, okay. Thank you. Crops are great for beach. Well, I'm not a beach. Will's is Will's. I need to make you Will's standard moderator. There you go. You are. It's your buffering. Bad data from the hotel. So, where do you get those kits from the punctures? This is a must on our roads. Well, that fills up and it fills the gaps. So that's you can get that at a petrol station. You. All right, Wills, if you're still here, you're not. Let me say hello to. Okay, so Chantel, Gideon Malone, Willem Bucket. We're not looking at the Ford truck. That place, they don't answer the damn phone. I'm getting very irritated. I called them and there's no answer on the phone. That's pretty lame. They close at 9. I called them before 9 tonight and they didn't answer the phone. So I guess people are taking a holiday when they're supposed to be working. But I'm trying to get Open Plus scheduled for, say, 50 people at 11 o'clock on May 10th in Pretoria. All right, so Jane Smith, Hank, Timothy Coopertis, Jacob, Jana, Madeline, Johan Oberholzer from Mahalisberg. Hey, welcome. One of my favorite places, Mahalisberg. Jason Stensis, sir, thank you so very much for coming to Bolito. It was great to meet you. It was, Jason, but I just got here. I got back about 7:45, checked in the hotel room, and the internet sucks. I can't even watch my own stream on here. It's so poor, so I had to switch over. Okay, Wills, don't abuse it. You got a spanner now. And I'll send you the rules eventually. So you say Voda crap, but that's what I'm broadcasting on. Vodacom is working fine going out, but the internet in the hotel is crap. So sucks. Jason, thanks. Yeah, so I haven't had a chance to get any dinner. I had a snack earlier. That was basically my lunch when I ate earlier. So I can only hear every 6 or 7 words you say. Hopefully it will get better. Well, Hugo Engelbrecht, I can't schedule it. Why can't people hear what I'm saying? What's going on there? Why are people not hearing what I'm saying? Is it just one person or is it more than one person? The signal is fine going out. Let me see if let me see what it looks like on the internet here. Maybe it isn't working very well. Okay, YouTube. Apologies for that, folks, but that's because the hotel sucks. Hang on a second. What the heck is going on here? That's not what I want. I want this. There we go. Yeah, I would do this on my other phone, but I can't. Let me see how badly it looks here. Okay. Yeah, so I can't even watch an ad. It's freezing.
To level up your life.
Yeah, I don't care to hear. Shut up. I don't care about leveling up my life. My life doesn't need to be leveled up. What I need is not to hear that stupid ad. My life doesn't need to be leveled up. What I need is not to hear that stupid ad. Okay, well that's working fine. My life doesn't need to be leveled up. What I need is not to hear that stupid ad. Okay, well that's working fine. Yeah, so that's working fine. I don't know who's having a hard time. Okay, now it's a short while back. The visual was breaking up and voice disappeared, but would come back. It's fine. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's just a mobile network, but yeah, it's working fine here. All right, so Teresa Kortsen, Tessa Corson, Metamorph, Jaretha Haman is back, Liz Wheeler Bluff, Utopie, Chris Ehlers, Francois de Jaeger, Lindy Donhauser, Andres van der Kolf, sorry, Elmarie, Virtual Western Cape, Charles Van Altzen, the voice of reason, who's very close to me tonight. Barbara Harrison, welcome to you. Rulinda, Anton Els, Jason Barnard, Marina Bolton, Tolkien, Mariki Bezuidenhout, welcome to you. Mental Chewing Gum, Crystal Minar, Gareth Cruel, Arctic, had to change my flight and could barely get a hold of any USA company. That's a shame. I don't know what's going on there. And who else we got there? Bruce Erickson, excuse me. Anton Mulder, James Warren, Sonic Boom, Wills is back. Justin Unwin. Hey, Justin, what's going on, man? Justin, taking care of my wine, man? I got more wine here. There's no one to leave with, so I'm going to have to drink a whole bottle by myself tomorrow. Or invite people back to the hotel room and enjoy it. Carl 123 Forster, James Smith Riggs, Mau, Heidi Kruger, Leslie Ann Moon, Stella Ford, Boyks, Timmy Cooper Jeffs, Odette Yeager. Major media opening 3 weeks. What are you talking about? Are you going to visit around you? No. Nice boots. Yes, Charles, they're amazing. Your army comes marching in, Colonel. All right, yeah, John, yeah, the army's here, man. We got a nice crowd. 346 people here listening to me on the mobile. Thank you so much, folks. Oh, you'll help me with the wine tomorrow, Charles. Okay. Okay. Martin Fundamava, Heidi Robertse, welcome to you. Chris Stender, Super Genius. Well, wow, that's cool. What a username, Super Genius. Are you really? Rakes, Garrett von Josfeld, Kevin Engelbrecht. Yeah, are you talking about the boots that were stunning, St. Master? They are stunning, man. Those things rock. They rock. They rock. These are handcrafted, handmade, and they make custom made. So Jim Green makes custom made boots. People do crazy stuff like putting, like leopard sort of stuff here. Really nice. I watched the whole process. Incredible. And he treated me to a cappuccino, gave me a nice shirt, gave me a hat, gave me a pair of boots, and they have a distribution facility in Virginia. And the plan is when I get back to States at some point, I'm going to travel down there because it's about 3 hours away, and I'm going to film on that end, and we'll see, each end of the Jim Green experience. So wow, these are. I'm telling you what, they were going to give me more pair, but they didn't want me to fill my suitcase up, and I really, 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 really want more pairs of these shoes. So I've been promised more pairs, and those were free. So I guess this is my payback. I'm showing you their incredible boots. And by the way, I love this olive color. They had what they call fudge, which is popular, but I like the olive. But I'm gonna tell you what, man, I must be getting lazy. I've already had to scuff them up. I've already buffed out some scuffs tonight. Really got to be careful these nice boots there. Nothing like the smell of new shoes, man. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, well, new cars, the new car leather. Yeah, they're as good as the felt scones. Yeah. The fellies, yeah, if not better. These things are durable. The fellies are just sexy. These are durable. Okay. Retha Swartz here. Welcome to you. Arctic, only 12 hours drive. Good God, Arctic. I'm sorry to hear about that. That's terrible. 12 hours away. Yeah, from here, it's 12 hours away easily. Okay, Matt says we're back. I didn't know we're gone. Reg Dodd is here. Diane Humple, Anton Els. What the fluff? Butt kicking boots. They are indeed. Gerard Benedict, welcome to you. Love my Jim Green. So you got a pair. What does a pair of those cost? Those I think are over $200 US, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look and see if I can't load up Jim Green boots or footwear. It's a footwear. Let's see if that loads. Jim Green. No, that's not it. I missed a letter there. See, when you have those long names, it's hard. So Jim Green footwear. Okay, let's just do a Google search. Can't find it. They're not cheap shoes, folks, because they're Jim Green. It's there. There we go. South Africa. There you go. Jim Green Footwear USA. Okay, let me look and see. So while I was there, I saw people's boots that they sent back for resoling. I mean, some people have boots that are over 20 years old that they're still wearing, and they got them resoled. It's incredible. South Africa. Okay, yeah. So the cheapest pair of boots here, and I see boots going up to $240. Yep. And yeah, the African Ranger that I have, the barefoot is the full one. They get the buffalo skin, so I don't. Okay, so these are $4 US. So yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? Okay, let me catch up. Wendy, welcome. How was your afternoon in Bolito? It was nice. Unfortunately, I didn't get to spend much time meet and greet to get to the place. A cousin visit Canada. What is that, $35,000 jacket? Steve Newbold, welcome to you. Pat Newman, Vincent Peter. We drove past Howard today, going to race the Sunny to see Mount. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Nice pair of beetle crushers. Yeah, they're good for crushing beetles. You are making us jealous with those pair of bragging shoes. I am. Oh yeah. Well, get yourself a pair, man. These are nice. What do you mean I've been spoofed? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Gordon? You're making us jealous. There's a bad connection somewhere. She was really spanky. They are, Carolyn. If you wore them, you might have been. I was on time, Super Genius. Don't be a smartass. I was on time. I started this schedule for, and the internet connection is shite, so I had to start a new one. Internet's bad. Well, it's not on this end. Colonel's great work. Okay, cool. All right. Sassanok says, you're very welcome. Thanks. So did you find me genuine? Thank you, Dylan. Okay. The critical reviewer's presence. Cameron Engelbrecht. What else? Love those boots. I stayed in the town named after Reverend Lindley as a child. Okay. Do you get Jim Green's in number 14? I don't know what that means. Oh, size 14? Put them on tomorrow and come for breakfast. Okay. Jim Beam, no. Jim Green. I do love the flops. Oh, Madden likes the flops. Hillcrest is up the road about 15 minutes. Yeah, hi, Chris from Parle. Welcome, Marco. Never heard of Jim Green, says Holden Caulfield. Okay. When and where can we meet you in Johannesburg? Well, Ronnie Comerfeld, our Comerford. It's going to be probably two places, 4 ways at the big mall, and we haven't set the date for that. And we'll also have a meeting. Narinda, thank you for becoming a team member. And we'll also have a meeting at Thundergun. That one's on the 4th of May. Okay. What else? Same here. Fellies every day. Well, I've got Fellies. I've got lots of pairs of Fellies, Stella. Okay. May says, I'm so pleased you got your iFloppy or E-floppies. Okay, cool. Get Ronaldo pink Crocs. That's funny. Johan Bussoff, good evening too. Wills, you are now a spanner. Linda, nice toe thongs. Yep. And then Heidi Roberts, if I knew you were in Hillcrest, could have taken you for coffee. There wasn't time, Heidi. There wasn't time. I mean, I was only in Hillcrest for literally 20 minutes and in and out. I drank a coffee at the E-floppies place. Go past Songa, best local leather shops and flops. Okay. Hey, Ben Mulder. Welcome to you. You will need another suitcase. I always have to buy a second suitcase or bring an empty one, Barbara. That's the case. Yep. Flip-flops, pluckies in Afrikaans. Yep. Hillcrest used to be a little village for many years, and then the 90s started expanding. Marco Brits, thank you for the 14 Rand super chat. Alan Badalay, welcome to you. Cliff Kraus, does export tax not apply if taking them home? Nope. Nope, there's no export tax. There can be a customs import, but not for things that you're spoiled, you deserve it. Thank you, Carolyn. I don't know about spoiled, but I do appreciate that. Allison Johnson, Pierre Orban. Aretha says, fantastic feeling if you take your shoes off and then the socks. Yes, it was. It felt wonderful. Lemon socks, huh? Yeah, I'm not claiming the VAT back. It's not worth the time. Swap now. Okay. Wow. Swap month. 8 megabytes per second. That's bad. That's bad. Well, it's 800 kilobytes per second in a freaking hotel. And last time I was here, it was like 30 megabytes. Yeah. Well, that's a mobile speed. 8 megabytes is not bad for mobile speed. Yeah, I did speak to management, Charles, and this is the best they could do for me. It's shite. Some ISPs have issues, and most probably fed another overseas cable. Yeah. Yeah, the Jim Greens look pretty cool. And that apple, that arch is important. Wish I could proofread the chat. Dude, your internet sucks. You got to talk slower. How slow should I talk? James, oh, you saw my Twitter post. Okay, yeah. Then Ronaldo did a stream on it, so I can't do a stream. It sucks. Gordon says, thanks for the meet and greet today. It was like meeting a celebrity. It's very kind of you to say that. Yeah. Yep. Chat is screwed. I don't know what the chat, I have no problem with the chat, guys. Yeah, slow leak on the tire, man. Okay. Starlink could have helped. Nobody recognized me here that I didn't know, Johan. I was 52 in the Western Cape. Nobody here in KZN so far. Yeah, I hope it's okay tomorrow too. Yeah, that's going to be a 20, 30 kilometer spare. Yep. I always carry a can of puncture repair spray and also puncture repair kit. Well, it's a good idea, Peter, but I'm traveling and it's not really ideal. You're talking about shoes. These are really good quality. Yes, nice. They are good quality. Okay. Flip flops. Okay, I'm falling behind in the chat again. What happened here? Okay. Colonel, you're visiting almost all the places I used to live. I'd love to have an update about the general areas you've been to now in Cape Town and can't complain. All right, Jason. Howick was fine. Howick looks better and better each time I go there. Hillcrest was okay, but the roads were crap. Potholes everywhere. I've never been to Ballito before, and I was only there briefly, so I really can't say much about it. Durban I really don't plan on seeing much in town tomorrow. I've got to go back towards Hillcrest tomorrow. Refugee offer Connor retracted a message. Okay. Hey, Garrett. All right. Good night. Studying. Did you see the news about South Africa, the ICJ? I did not, MCM. What was the news? Yeah, KZN is a different part of the world, as is Cape Town. Very different places. Durban is getting all the East London rainfall. Okay. Okay, Flipping Forfell got deleted. Good job. Smart ass. You think you're clever. We have moderators that speak Afrikaans, dipshit. Targeted by the government through the media. Yeah, I think that's a fair question to ask. 17 downloads, 7 uploads. We're 5 people with a lot of devices. Okay, Black Current is holding up nicely. That's good to hear. Okay. No excess baggage because I'm paying for a second bag, so I can get 23 kgs. I only brought about 16 kgs, so I got space. Don't worry about being late, Hannes. It's late evening. Just took out a rim on M7. I think it was a piece of steel. It broke through the inner part of the rim. Good God. That's crazy, Slippery Pickle. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. When are you coming to Pretoria or Santon? Well, Etienne Bronkhorst, people obviously aren't watching the streams and aren't reading the post on the channel. I post these things, but I haven't posted to answer your question, Pretoria, Santon. I will be in Joburg 4 to 6 May and Pretoria 9 to 11 May. Good job, Canada. How so? They elected a retard. Canada now has a retard as a prime minister, a dipshit, scumbag piece of human filth who's the prime minister now. So how's it a good job by Canada? Instead of electing the right government, they've elected a leftist government, and they deserve what they get. They deserve what they get. He wants to play chicken with Donald Trump. Canada's going to burn. 75% of their exports go to America. Watch them all starve. Well, Maz, because they're evil, and they went to great pains to say they used public information to expose the guy. Well, it's clearly a targeted attack against this guy, Twatterboss, or whatever his name is. Yeah. Took a picture on that and sent it to you. Okay, thank you. Who was having Irish coffee? I'm not having Irish coffee. Yep, the commies are taking over Canada, so I don't know what you mean by good on Canada. Screw Canada. Canada's dead. They think they're going to play chicken with Donald Trump. 75% of their economy is their exports tied to the United States. No, Freelance Kate, I haven't had time to look for those emails. I mean, guys, I appreciate you asking the question, but what do you all think I do? Sit around all day and just drink coffee and scan the internet? I mean, I ran through my day. I haven't had 5 minutes to myself. I mean, I've had 2 minutes total to go take a whiz today. Hi, Chris, for that good next coffee. Thank you for the super chat there, Vance de Burns. Boy, the trolls are heavy tonight. Hey, you all can fuck off. Go find some other hobby instead of harassing people on this channel. There's a bunch of little retarded trolls in here tonight. Go find something else to do. Okay, now I'm confused, Willem. They've confirmed with you for the 10th at 11 o'clock? Are they going to let people in, or they have to pay the entrance fee? Because people are moaning about the entrance fee. Okay, I'm confused. Yeah, they're pathetic little losers. They got no life. So, while they sit here and waste their time, they could be doing something productive with their life, like learning about capitalism or, liberal democracy or, human rights instead of being little asswipes. Yes, I know, beat you to it already. All the towns next to the Vol River. Yeah, no, the Vol is a mess. They screwed this up. Big time. Big time. 303 likes. Yeah, we're up 303 likes, 400 people here tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Apologize if the connection's bad, folks, but it's because I'm in Dirt Bend, and the signal's coming out of Dirt Bend. So I know a lot of times people down here in Dirt Bend have a hard time getting my broadcast from the States when everyone else can watch it. I have to pay the entrance. Okay. $10. It's $10. What's the entrance fee for the Trekker Monument? Let me see. Entrance fee. 20 to 100 Rand. So 100 Rand is $5. That's not $10. I can't even load this page. This internet sucks here. Okay. Doesn't say here. Anyway, yeah, so we'll sort through that. It's too much. No, James, I don't eat bunny chow. It's for rabbits. I've said that a million times. Now, the Emerald Casino's on the river. Yeah, but it's way up above the river, so. $20 is $1. Yes, so 100 Rand would be $5. Appreciate all your content here, so I always check out your video to see what's really going on. Well, thank you for that, LB. Rob Hersoff interviewed Biz News with Alex Hogue. He spoke at the launch of a podcast platform. He's helping to fund with James Ronaldo, Gareth Cliff Byron, and you, Colonel, in 3 weeks. Okay, well, it's out there, ladies and gentlemen. I will announce it now then. There is a new platform called The Truth Report that's being launched, and I am a founding contributor and participant in the organization, the company that's doing it. So it's a center-right daily wire for South Africa. I don't know what all Rob said, but there you have it. I guess the secret's out. The secret's out. So, yep, there you have it, folks. Yep. Yeah, Loftus. I'll be at Loftus as well. Okay, you pay 70 Rand to get in, so that's $3. Yep. So anyway, wow. Yeah, there you go. So that's a secret I've been keeping for several months now, that there is a daily wire for South Africa known as a Truth Report, and I actually gave them a tagline. I don't know if we're going to use it. I've been to the offices. I've met the tech team. I'm not just a content creator, but also a person involved with the company itself. But I gave them a tagline recently, and I don't know if they're going to use it, but let me just get it real quick here. I didn't know Rob was going to announce this, so all right. Tagline, where's it at here? Come on. I did this the other night. Got to get back to where I contributed here. Hang on. Boy, a lot of texts. We got a group here for the folks involved. Okay, somewhere I put my thing in here. Where's it at? Come on. Gosh bless it. Where's the... Oh, there it is. So I said, the truth never sleeps. The Truth Report beckons those who dare to listen. The truth never sleeps. The Truth Report beckons those who dare to listen. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you like it? Razor, I talked about News 24 doxing on my Twitter account. And let's see if I can find that real quick, and I'll read to you what I said this morning. Rather than repeat it here, I'll just read it. What is this? No, I'm not employed by Rob Hersoff. I'm not employed. I don't work for Rob Hersoff. This is a new company, and I'm involved in the company. So is Rob Hersoff. So does that make it clear? Well, let me go to X. I do not work for Rob Hersoff. Nope. He's a friend, but I don't work for him. Do you like that, Mace? The truth never sleeps. It beckons those who care to listen. Oh, I love it. I don't know if we're going to go with it, but I like that. Okay, so Joel Pollack has put a Twitter post on that 7 hours ago, but let me go to my profile. When did I do this? I did it this morning. So I posted this morning. So, yeah, I did that. I got 13,000 views. I did it 12 hours ago, so I beat Joel Pollack by 5 hours. And I took this line from there. Maz 200 Rand, Miss V gave a 200 Rand super chat. Okay. So this is what I said. Okay, they want me to promote this. I don't want to promote this. Okay. This is what they said in the report. There's no evidence that white farmers are being specifically targeted because they're white, or that white people in general are being targeted as part of a genocide. News 24, 29 April 2025. I said, what a load of cock. There have been many, many instances where white farmers have been attacked because they are white. What a shameful misuse of the press. Notice the propaganda News 24 uses to rubbish the torture, rape, and executions of innocent farmers and their families to dismiss the very real threat folks face. How does that reporting escape scrutiny of the press code? Why is News 24 so desperate to distract from the real issues facing South Africa? And I listed 11 issues. Collapsing infrastructure, rampant crime, horrific violent crime, corruption, incompetence, patronage, debt, abysmal education standards, extreme poverty, socialist political parties, and media and political leaders' xenophobia and racism directed at ethnic minorities. I said, let's stop there. Oh, wait, instead of harassing a Twitter account, why doesn't News 24 ask why Drs. Whaley and Kesey has never been charged in the Digital Vibes case? Or why the Pala Pala nonsense has been swept under the rug? Nope. They're more concerned about anonymous Twitter accounts than they are about innocents murdered in broad daylight after their car broke down in KZN, Umbumbulu, yesterday. Investigative journalism can be very helpful to the public, provided the intent in the coverage is honest, objective, and appropriate. There you go. There you go. So that's what I had to say. All right. I didn't say beckons, I said beckons. Beckons. Beckons means to call. It calls people. It beckons people to call. Okay. Carlos Fredo, welcome. Words of wisdom, says Peter. Thank you. Sounds good, says Charles. Sasanak likes it. Barbara Harrison likes it. Great. Very mysterious. Hook in the tagline. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Great. Good attention getter. Sounds great. Congratulations on the Truth Report, Chris. Love your work and dedication. Miss V gave the 200 Rand super chat. Thank you for that. Rob Hersoff for president, says Veronica. Okay, that's great, Chris. Heard Rob speak about today's business. I'm going to have to watch that tonight, folks. Okay, well done, Rob and Chris. Well, there's a whole team behind it, folks, not just us. We got a really great guy putting it together right now who knows what he's doing, who knows the ecosphere. He knows how to work that space. And got a great coding team put together, industrial strength security. It's very impressive. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Elephant Lover loves it. Okay, what else? And so say all of us. And so say we all. And so say we all. It's, of course, Battlestar Galactica. Sounds good. My late employer told me, boy, there are none so blind as those that can but won't see. We'll carry that. Yep, exactly, Jason. News 24 is smoking their socks. Glenn Marie says, greetings, Colonel. Well, it's the same thing. Remember what happened to our dear friend who was harassed and attacked, and they claimed that she was Sky, and she wasn't Sky. They nearly destroyed her life, and they cost her employment. They nearly drove her to suicide, and absolutely shameful conduct by the people who outed her, those scumbag leftist hate wankers. And in the end, they paid virtually no price for their actions. Yep, they had harassed an innocent woman because they were asswipes and doxing people. So yeah, so News 24 went to great lengths to say the information they had was publicly available, but nonetheless, they still revealed something that shouldn't have been revealed. What is this? Missed what? Okay. Missed what is going on to be called. You said it's Truth Report. Love it. Okay. Wir Deutschen sind mit der Name des Gerd. Okay. Well, Andre Roux, I've interviewed Ernst Rhodes about the Pioneer Initiative via Zoom a couple months ago, and then in person. I mean, it's there. We've talked about it. Beckons. Good Lord. By now, they are reevaluating people's property in communities to try and increase property taxes. Yep. Thank you for personally visiting Southern. You're welcome, William Weil. Sounds really good. Wow, you're good on keeping secrets. Congrats. Yeah, no, Caroline, I've been involved with this for some time now, and I've never said a word about it. Rob had alluded to it a few weeks back, and I kept mum, but now that he's mentioned my name with it, I mean, it's okay. He mentioned that there would be a center-right media platform coming out on Biz News at a conference a few weeks back, and then I just kept my mouth shut. One of the big reasons I came to South Africa was to work this issue and discuss this with the people involved and consider my participation. So, yep, at the moment I'm in. So, there you go. Since Rob broke the story, there you go. Well, Caroline, I was an intelligence officer with a top secret clearance with sensitive compartment information access to very restricted programs. And my head, I'll go to the grave with secrets I can never reveal to anyone about the conduct of people around the world. And that's why I find it funny when little smartasses attack me and they think they know what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're talking about. I have no reason to make anything up. If I can disclose, a lot of times I can't answer questions because I know things I can't share. But yeah, I'm pretty good at keeping secrets. So, yep. Okay, please make it. Oh, bus can't travel. A Centurion will cost more than 100 Rand. I don't understand why it'll be more than 100 Rand. Well, why don't we try to do two, Chris? We'll try to do two meet and greets, okay? I don't get why. Do you have to take a cab or something, Chris? It's not on YouTube, Arctic. It's a separate platform altogether. This is what I asked Trump to do in 2020. I asked Trump to create a center-right platform for conservatives that can have a Facebook, a Twitter, a YouTube, an Instagram feature all in one place. And I asked Trump to make that a subscription site, and he would make $6 billion in revenue within the first year. That's what I said. Now, the funding model for this, it's not going to be, don't worry about a pay thing. But yeah, so it's not YouTube. It's going to be its own domain. It'll be its own domain. So we will not be subject to YouTube censorship, and we will be free to say what we want. Yep. Freelance Kate, I'll still be doing YouTube. That'll be my main effort, but I will keep contributing as a content creator to that site, a couple of videos per week, most likely, and special reports and things like that. This will also help me because potentially this effort could pay for some of my travel to make my trips to South Africa. So that would be good. That would be less money out of my pocket, and we'll just see. But it's very exciting. Interesting to see that Rob announced it. I thought we were going to hold off a little bit longer, but hey, the big dogs move. The big dogs move. Yeah, and that will also be on social media. It'll be so. I can't reveal much more about it. I don't know what Rob said about it, so maybe I'll let the cat out of the bag with the name, but I don't think I did. But since Rob announced my name associated with it, yeah. So earlier today, I couldn't say that at the meet and greet. People were there. I didn't reveal this thing. I did say that watch this space and something's coming. All right, we'll see you in Pretoria, Chaos Juggler. Ken Estrada, welcome to you. Roy Funshore. Dougie Raymond's back. Justin says, love BSG. What is BSG? The truth shall prevail, Chris. Thank you for your input and giving it to News 24 straight up. Well, I haven't had a chance to make a video. I will make a video about it. It's horrific what they did. Unbelievable. How would they like it if someone docks them because they're asswipes? Hey, asswipe number one, News 24, lives at this address and is an avowed scumbag. Would they like that? Good night, Nicolette. News 24 need to be held accountable. Well, the press code won't hold them accountable. The press ombudsman won't hold them accountable. If Southerners come to America, we come in there. It's not the IRB, Glenn. You're showing your age. IRB went out the window 20 years ago. Or 15 years ago. It's the World Rugby now. FSG mentioned this morning saying you speak facts. I try to. If I get it wrong, I correct the record. But that's pretty rare. Hey, speaking of getting it right, Jim Green shoes, man, from Peter Maritzburg. Check it out. These were gratis. They gave these to me. Check out that. That's a nice sole on there, man. Good quality, nice stuff. These were awesome. I got to watch the entire process of them. This is their African Ranger series. By the way, they give these away free to rangers, game park rangers, and those doing anti-poaching operations all over Africa, in the Masai Mara, in the Virunga National Forest. I think they give them there. They'll also give them to folks in South Africa, all over Africa. Now, for every 10 pair they sell, they give away a pair of these to a ranger in need. A lot of these rangers are low paid. They work very difficult jobs in the bush, in the jungle, tromping around, and these shoes are perfect for that sort of thing. So every 10 pairs that they sell, they give a free pair. That means 10,000 pair. Unfortunately, the challenge is matching the shoe up with an actual ranger. And so to date, they've done about 6,000 that have gone to a named ranger, and they've gotten them. So I offered to consider writing a story about this for them for maybe one of the magazines, because I'm a writer as well. So, but not today, obviously. It's going to have to wait till I get home. But yeah, so they've given out 6,000 pairs of these things. Can you imagine that? They've sold, I think, well, they produced 100,000 pairs of these in 3 years. That's incredible. I mean, this is an incredible shoe. And somebody earlier said, Holt Caulfield said, never heard of Jim Green. Well, now you have, brother. Now you have. Peter Maritzburg, right here in South Africa, one of the few shoe manufacturers left in the country. They're dropping like flies here. You ever done any podcast or video content with Rob? Oh my goodness, gosh, folks, are you serious? People ask these questions. Have I ever done any content with Rob? I've interviewed him 3 times on this channel in the past 3 months. It's crazy. Does anybody watch this channel? What's the ER interview? I don't know what that is. See you tomorrow at Suncoast. Yep, okay, Alana, that sounds great. Traveling from Hillcrest. Oh, that's not too far. And we're having it early at 4 p.m. So you can come a little bit early if you want, folks. I'll probably make my way down there a little bit early. If I get back, I've got to go up to Hillcrest early in the day for a meeting with someone. Okay, I found it very hard to keep a level head after. Yeah, no, News 24 is like that all the time, though. When are you launching? Wendy, he said in 3 weeks. I have a different launch date, but things may have moved. I just left Cape Town, so there may have been a meeting after in my absence that changed things. So I thought we were going to do this in June, but it looks like 3 weeks is what somebody said. I didn't see the video, so whatever Rob said is probably the truth. Yeah, things change. So. Yeah, no, well, Jason, I said I have no business interests in South Africa, but that changes with time. So, yeah. So, see how Amazon jumped the bandwagon for tariffs. I didn't see that. Garrett says you have my full support. Well, thank you. Steon Colonel is going to Bevan P on Thursday at Tapas. No idea what we're saying. Okay. What is Exuk and Cass? You're seeking at Christmas. What? Check your WhatsApp messages. Okay. Something bad there? Don't. Sorry, I'm replying to Chris Pappas. It's Chris Pappas. Yeah, so I wrote you talked to him. He was away for the weekend, so. We need Ronaldo back in government. Why do you need Ronaldo in government? Corey, welcome to you. Yeah, I can't drive Army. Okay, gotcha. Oh, you have to take a cab. Okay, all right, Chris. Sorry to hear about that. Okay. Look, we settled on open plus, so Willem, I'm not sure what happened. You weren't here. I didn't have an answer on it. So Rob is one of the very few business leaders that speaks the truth and facts. Okay, Wesley DeClerc, welcome to you. You think corporation individuals will try to attack black? Of course they will. Of course they will. Why do you think it's been probably not out there in the open while it was all set up and beta, alpha and beta tested? So yeah, of course they will. Yeah. Hano Cop says, thank you for what you're doing, South Africa, telling the world what is going on here so people can open their eyes. Well, I've been telling people about this for 20 years and people's eyes remain closed. Maybe now they're opening up. Congrats on the adventure. Cancel my news today. Had enough of their. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably canceled it. Skycat Tiger, welcome to you. Peter Lois Tokos LaRue, looking forward to. Okay, cool. Justin says battle. Oh, BSG. Oh yeah, no. The original Battlestar Galactica. I'm a huge fan. It's it's kind of camp in the '70s, but Lauren Green is Commander Adama and Starbuck. We had Dirk Benedict. Those guys were fantastic. But the new one was really intense and dark. I loved it, and I really loved the actress is amazing. She was, of course, in Longmire as well. Fantastic actress. Big fan of hers. Less than stunningly very appealing actress. So Jamie Bamber was odd as Apollo. I mean, accent sounds like a little boy. His actual, real English accent. So listening to Jamie Bamber, the first time I heard him speak with his own voice in English was funny. But he played, the silent. Sorry, some weird sound just happened. And the silence were amazing in that thing. So I'm very interesting. Yes, Wendy, I agree. Okay, the truth and nothing. Where is the truth report? Where it doesn't exist, Liz. Don't get a surprise. I thought they were just gonna that Rob launched it. But when a plan comes together, where's the thread? What? What are you talking about? Where's the thread? There's the right there. Where are we at here? So, whoa, my chat just disappeared. That's weird. And I don't even have a refresh button. Let's switch back to live chat. Connection sucks badly here. Wow. Oh, that's crazy. I'm going to try to refresh the page. I can't even see the chat over here now. 399 likes. Cool. And a little bit of super chat revenues coming tonight as well. Thank you for that. I have a number of gifts here. In fact, I was given some lovely flowers yesterday. That was very lovely. That's so there they are. These were given to me yesterday in Howick. Thank you so much for those. And a number of other things here. Gifts were given to me. I'm not going to show them all on air tonight. Have I lost my internet connection? What's going on over here? In the hotel. Okay. Something from the States now. Loading. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. I'm nothing. It won't even load. Wow. Anyway. Now the page won't load. Unbelievable. Or is it you? So maybe it's my studio. Okay, I opened another window. Thank you for that. The one today at 34,000. The Xeon video is up to 14. That's good. So we've got 1,200 people viewed this. Is that all? Is that right? Okay. Concurrent viewers, likes. Okay. All right. I got the chat back, but that's the top chat. Live chat. Let me turn off the video here. All right. So we're back. Okay. Sound is on. I'm going to lose sound. Justine, I think Chris Ehlers is going to go there tomorrow and make it. Yeah, that's fine. Somebody can go make it for tomorrow. I'm going to have to get to Willem and apologizing about the Fortrekker money. Maybe we can do that on the day after or something like that. The 11th. The chat is fine. It's the internet here. It sucks. How are you irritating me, Sue? What are you talking about? How did you irritate me? How long are your meet and greets approximately, please? Well, Karen, they're only supposed to be like an hour and a half, but the meet and greet I went to the other day lasted from 11:30 until 4 p.m., 4.5 hours. The one I did today went from 3:30 until 7 p.m., so that's what, 3.5 hours again. The one we did in Howick lasted 2 hours and 15 minutes. The one we did in so I mean it just depends. I mean, it depends on how things are going. I guess your question is how long it lasts if you have to come later. Look, I mean, the reason I'm scheduling earlier things is because people keep moaning about the driving, and that's understandable. I get it. You don't want to drive at night. Fair enough. But I mean, I try to make as much accommodation as I can, because some people work and then they can't come because they're working. Others can't come because they don't want to drive at night, or want to drive during the day. So I mean, I can't please everybody. I really bend over backwards to try to accommodate as many people as possible. So I've done meet and greets at noon on a public holiday. I'm doing them 11 a.m. on a Saturday, a couple Saturdays. I'll do one on a Sunday. Yeah, so we have one in Northcliffe on a Sunday afternoon. And then I do something late afternoon, early evening. So, for people who are complaining about it, I apologize, but understand that a lot of people live near some of these locations and coming in the evening isn't a big issue for them. I do realize that South Africa, look, I wasn't too thrilled driving back from Ballito tonight in the pitch dark on that road, especially considering I had a flat tire. Not a special experience. I wouldn't want to be broken down on that road after watching what happened to those folks in Umbumbulu Road, just up the road here, between here and Peter Maritzburg. Yeah, they shot in broad daylight, murdered, shot from behind by cowards. The mother's probably crippled, who knows? But the son and the father were murdered. And the media doesn't report their ethnicity, so which leads me to believe the victims were probably white and the attackers are black. I don't know that to be the case, but usually they'll give the names of people, unless they're white and when they're victims of crime. So yeah. Does that answer your question, Karen? Okay. So I don't know what you're talking about. You haven't irritated me. Did you say something I missed? Cliff Krause gave 99. Looking forward to the Truth Report. Thank you for that. We really dropped it. 100 people here in the stream. What happened, man? Everybody go to bed at 10 o'clock? No, Peter, I don't plan on coming to Rustenburg. This is in time. The Uppington trip and the Durban trip took away my time in Gauteng. So coming to Durban for 3 days and going to Uppington for 3 days, I lost 6 days in Northwest and in Gauteng. So it's really had an impact on what I can do. I was going to go to Nelspruit for sure, and one of my viewers set something up really cool. She set up that I was going to get to meet the Pumas in Jimmy Stonehouse, and it's on the 16th or 17th. I'm flying. That sucks. So then she tried to set up for May 3rd, but May 3rd I'm flying back from PE and I'm going to Ortambo, and I can't possibly make it to Nelspruit. It's already set. I already have a meet and greet in Vanderbilt Park. So this is the problem with when people threaten my life and make it so that I can't publicly disclose all my dates far enough in advance. People trying to help, and I really appreciate everyone who's trying to help. The lady who set that up, thank you so much for that. I really feel bad about not being able to do it. Some guy called Jim Green Shoe Factory today looking for me. So here's an interesting story. I met a young man on the flight named Mark, and Mark was a UCT student who's doing his master's work now, and going to wrap that program. We met on the flight. We chatted. We were sitting in the front row. And then he looked me up and found me, and then he started talking about me to other people, and so people wanted to reach out and contact me. They heard I was in Peter Maritzburg because I told them I was going to go to Jim Green. So they called the Jim Green Shoe Factory looking for me when I was there, and they wanted me to come by and meet their founder, who was involved in negotiations during the 1990s for the transition. And it's a Christian organization, and so he called me, and I called him back, and I had to apologize that I don't have time, and so it's unfortunate, but I had to go. So I do my best to accommodate as many people as possible. I mean, I think some people think I just pick these things willy-nilly and at random. I don't. There's thought and consideration that goes in all these things, including the location. Some places are easy now that I've been to them before, and I know the right place to go. The Kopstad Brauhaus, that's easy, in Strand and in Bloberg, and then of course Woodbridge Island. Those places are easy for me to knock out. I know them. Other places, I don't know. I need people's help. Like today was, Jason recommended that today. It was a fantastic choice. That grill place, Familia Grill or whatever it's called there in Ballito. It was fantastic. The only problem is that damn flat tire. So thankfully I got back. It's the South African corruption and competence greed is the biggest problem in the country. Okay. All right, jumping ahead here. It looks like this chat went forward on me here and there. So yeah, you don't have to stay. You can come and go. People come and go. Hannes Holzhausen, welcome to Pierre Rousseau. Welcome to the Internet Screwed. Yep. ANC internet, widespread problem, Colonel. My ping to my SP keeps losing packets. Yeah, so it's not just here, it's South Africa tonight. Just wish I could find a sale on some meat to test it out. Working fine now, says Charles. What is op the menu? Where? In Opie Plus? Typical boer food, I imagine. Or was it confirm reservation for 50 people? Okay, Chris, take care of that. Someone else has asked to do it, but that's fine. Just, put it under my name on Saturday, the 10th at 11 a.m. And when I'm done there, it's straight over to Loftus. So, okay. Sound is back. Decolonized bandwidth. Cliff Krause, looking forward to the truth report. Okay, cool. Honest old thousand. No, it won't be from 11 a.m. 3 a.m. the next day, but that's funny. Yeah, okay, so new internet instead of Starlink. Amazon doesn't have internet. What are you talking about? Okay. Boy, my chat just went right back to the same thing again. I got it twice. The tone of your voice when you reply to people about what I shared with you, perhaps just me oversensitive. Sue, I don't know what you're talking about. The tone of my voice. Not sure what you're talking about, what you're referring to. People share many things with me, and I've heard many of the same stories and many of the same instances of things that have happened to people from multiple people. So I don't know that I shared something specifically from you. Yeah, I don't know what you're being sensitive about, Sue. So I don't get it. So my apologies if you feel offended. Certainly, nothing I said tonight was meant to offend anyone for anything they told me. So I'm really puzzled what the issue is, Sue. So. I don't even recall what you shared with me off the top of my head, Sue. I mean, I've talked to hundreds of people, so I'm not sure what you're referring to. How often am I in the U.S.? All the time. I'm an American. I live in the U.S. Llamas up east. I'm in the U.S. all the time. Friend was shot dead in his kitchen near Durban. Ex-SAP sergeant shot his wife, but she ran with the baby and survived. Wow, that's crazy, young. Van Mulder, have a good evening. Hoping for money to clear so I can see you tomorrow with hubby. Liz, I hope you don't have to have any money. I mean, you can come, you don't have to order anything. I mean, unless you don't have petrol to get here. Found the 3 missing cops, but found the 5 deceased. I don't know what you're talking about. I know 3 cops are missing, but what's with the 5 deceased? Many instances of spiking robbery. Yeah, no, I got EL Tapper. That's why I try to do, I try to accommodate people as best I can. Again, I didn't like driving on a pitch dark road coming down here, but I went out of my way to accommodate people in Bolito. And the thing went on and on. I mean, by rights, I should have left at 5 o'clock, but I set it for 3:30 and I stayed till 7. Ants can't make the meet and greet. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Ants. That's disappointing. Sorry you can't make it. I hope that's not a health issue. Mays gave us 70 Rand super chat. What the heck is with this thing? Okay, many of us don't travel after dark anymore. Yeah, I got you, Peter. It's no problem. Then don't come. It's fine. I understand. Battery flat, no electricity. Sorry to hear that, Martin. Yes, Suncoast Durban is the central location to get to for people. That's why I picked it. That's why I spent 2 nights here. Caroline, I've already given the date for Boat Revere. I've given it, and I've given it when you were here, if I'm not mistaken. So, Boat Revere is probably going to be on the 13th, probably around lunchtime on the 13th of May. Yeah, that's probably when Boat Revere is going to be. All right. It'll be at that place where the gentleman came to meet and greet. I need to get into contact with him. So please let me know when you. Okay. Paul, back off. What's this? What's going on here? Because the lack of education that causes incompetencies, corrupted, greedy. Okay. Do we need to be vaccinated to be accepted? No, you don't have to be vaccinated. Where do you get that from? Where'd you get that from? You have to be screened medically. Make sure you don't have infectious disease, but you don't have to be vaccinated. Oh, okay, so is that what it was when so Sue mentioned the truth report? Okay, Sue, you are really being sensitive, and no, that was knowledge, but you're not the first person not telling me. I already knew. Don't be so sensitive. I mean, is that what you're talking about? I thought, look, I mean, people told me some very horrific in person, and so I didn't know what you're referring. Remember, it was you, Sue, that said the truth report. So, or not the truth report that this thing, but with Rob Hersoff. No, Rob was the one mentioned it. I mean, gosh. Wendy says, I think it was more surprise hearing it had been mentioned as he had not yet seen the broadcast. Yeah, it's not angry or anything. I mean, Sue, I don't know what you're getting at here. No, um, I was, yes, was taken aback. I did know that I was mentioned Microsoft because I was out the wazoo. I only got 9 unread WhatsApps on here. You think I'm kidding? 999 plus unread WhatsApps. So, yeah, but I got a couple WhatsApps from people telling me that I mentioned at 20 minutes and something into the business broadcast that Rob mentioned me. So I didn't know what it's about. And you guys have told me. Offended? No, not offended. I'm offended by News 24. I'm offended by a number of offended by people, my objective coverage of the news. That's what I'm offended by. My viewers here. No, no, I think you just something that was never implied. Okay, or stated. I'm sorry that we didn't get to meet Ed. Apologize. Brian Struve gave 10 gifted memberships. Thank you for that, Brian. Wow. Okay. Dougie Raymond got one. Lucky Dougie. And Golfing Reaper. I hadn't seen Golfing Reaper before. So cool. People got some gifted memberships. Thank you for that. Okay. That's crazy with the cops. ANC probably gave ISP's instructions to throttle this channel. Maybe. Any idea what's Tiger's policy is on weapons since patrons at the restaurant North River got shot and killed? No idea. It's probably the Suncoast Casino, and you probably can have a firearm in a casino, would be my expectation. Although it's a shopping mall, so I doubt you can take a firearm there. I have no idea. News 24 is trying to play King Dingling. They are King Dingling. How weird that they found the 5 bodies. Yeah, how weird that they murdered cops. Yes, running modern internet on the 1960s infrastructure. That's actually true. Yep. Problems with sound, but would rather be here than watching SABC. I'm sorry that people aren't getting the sound. And your visual. Yeah, it's clearly an internet problem. I mean, I'm not, look, if I was having trouble getting the data out, then I would be seeing problems on my stream here, but there's nothing happening here. I'm having trouble watching because this is my mobile network. My laptop is on this shit internet in the hotel, which is crap. And like I said, last time I was here, the internet was fine. So, I mean, it sucks because I have to upload this freaking 2 GB video, that interview, and I've got to edit it, so. I'm on rain, okay. Fourth body's either a clerk or gardener. Gee, many crickets. What the hell is going on? They've done the whole reevaluation of property trick there. Rates are going to be insane. Star Woven Sun Chosen. Erica, 70 rand super chat. Thank you. Chris, don't move. The sound disappears when you do. Well, I'm uncomfortable. This is not a very comfortable spot to sit. Plus, I prefer to look straight ahead, but I can't. I have to turn sideways. 87 billion for an F-18. 87, is that the one that fell off the aircraft carrier? Most biased and racist mainstream media South Africa, the world must unite and liberate this country again. What is the most biased and racist? What are you talking about, Pat Marie? What are you talking about? Sue says, I share the Rob Herster story. Why are you sorry? I mean, Rob said it. It's public knowledge. I mean, if you had a secret you exposed, that'd be great, but I mean, you didn't expose any secrets, so there's nothing to apologize for, Sue. A meet and greet with me, beware of a chatterbox, says Virtual Western Cape. Okay. trying to keep this chat going here, but it's jumping around on me here. Kay's Garden, how are you holding up? Well, I'm a bit knackered. It's been a long day again. I haven't had a slow day yet. It's crazy, folks. I mean, really keeping quite busy here. Now my food is ice cold. Nando's. I haven't had Nando's in years. But I needed something quick because there wasn't time. Sorry, I dropped some rice on the floor. It's nasty. Yeah, so. All right, I don't know what's going on between Gerard Bernard and Paul van Norvig, but knock it off, or you're both going to get a timeout. My son will beat anyone talking. Just noticed Rob Hursel mentioned you in a business talk today. Seems like something bigger is planned for you too. I'm not tired. I'm just busy here. Mainstream media like SABC. Watch the live again tomorrow. Okay, well, hopefully you won't have the buffering. Got 460 likes, though. That's pretty cool, folks. Maybe we don't cough. Yep. What's this? Going to the Orange Free State. It's Limpopo. Huh. Right on the border between Littleton and Weirdbridge. Okay, it's interesting. I don't know what's going on with that police thing and those guys being killed. That's crazy. Is it a gangling thing? It's crazy. Sorry, I'm getting a comment from Reuters. Reuters contacted me here. Oh, they did say Amazon is starting to launch satellite. Proper Indian food is cheap in the USA and readily available. Yeah, we've got tons of Indians. Not casino Indians, but subcontinent Indians. Oh my gosh, William Wheeler, yes. I had a 2 hour stream with Steve Hofmeyer in 2020. Steve won't do any more of those. He did it in 2020 with me, and every time I come to South Africa, I hang out with Steve Hofmeyer. So, yep. Yeah, comments are a little out of sync. It's crazy. Yeah, not casino Indians, but subcontinent Indians. When people are motivated, they hit the like button. Well, okay, well, what do I have to do to motivate them? People are getting free memberships here. We had T-Bone. Okay. I don't know. He's writing back to me right now. Oh, sure. Sorry, Hugo give 140 South African lamb is so good, even the Iranians can't resist. Even the Iranians can't resist it. Yes. Sorry, folks. All right, I'm going now. My internet sucks. Sorry to hear that, Caroline. What's your opinion, Mark Carney? Don't like him. Don't like him. Another useless socialist, a lying scumbag. Um, he wants to play chicken with Donald Trump. Good luck with that. Sorry. Canada will die. 75% of their exports go to the United States. You want to play games? You think you can hurt us? You think you can hurt us? Good luck with that. Wish we could have met you in Pearl. Stupid question. Where's the proper site to apply for FG? There is no proper site to apply for FG program, Nadia Fundavault. What you need to do is send an email to the PRM address at the embassy in Pretoria and express your interest. Give them contact information. Tell them who all's involved. If you have an immediate family that you want to take, kids, spouse, and then you probably need to tell them if you've got a couple instances of bad things that happen to you. So yeah, that you need to write that email address. That's at the moment the only way anyone can contact anybody. That's what you need to do. Loretta, I don't know where I need to see you at. Itaquini, most incompetent and corrupt. Yeah, no, I think that's probably true. Erica, thank you for the super chat. Okay. Yeah, make me feel tired. No, I'm fine. I'm knackered, but I'm not tired. Okay. Uh, there's an email address. Head to put it up. That's where you need to write to. So, folks, I got to tell you that these people keep rubbishing the program. I keep meeting more and more people. Some people of wealth and means, and I've met a few people who are wealthy, and given a chance, they're leaving. So this nonsense about the people saying that only the poor, toothless oaks who can't get a job will take the FG program offer is nonsense. I can tell you, first person, of people who will leave this country in a heartbeat if they can get into this program. So, yep. Okay, Wesley de Klerk, we've only mentioned this story 1,000 times. We're kicking 30 million criminal alien invaders out of America. Our country's been invaded by 30 million criminals. If we can accommodate 30 million criminals and have a 4% unemployment rate, I think we can manage a few 100,000 Afrikaners and other South Africans. Not really an issue. So I wouldn't lose any sleep over that, okay? Good night, Blackcurrant. See you. I haven't looked into the apartheid tax. It sounds asinine, ridiculous, and racist, to say the very least. Yeah. Zukoki, 30 million South Africans are not coming to America. That much I will tell you. Yeah, so I haven't looked into it. This is something Lame is running his mouth about. I mean, I barely have any time to keep with the news here. I don't know what you mean by getaways. What are getaways? No, you talking about the ones that got across the border that no one knows if there's even more, yeah. Even if people have means, it's a whole different ball game. Paying 30,000 for grace letters and then hope to get approved. Yeah, no, the refugee program is the golden ticket. That's the deal. It's the golden ticket. So if you want to do it, there you go. There you go. Yeah. So anyway, what is this? Yes, it is. Sorry, Courtney sent me something here. All right. Yeah. So no, it is because I mean, people come to America and pay for immigration, pay thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, and they wait forever to get over here, get over there. I'm in South Africa. Yeah. So the refugee status is like that. Refugee status, people in this case are qualifying as part of a group, so it makes it much easier threshold. It doesn't get much easier than this. Doesn't get much more generous than this. So, I mean, whether you're rich or poor. If you want to go to America, this is the time to take advantage of it. It's not going to get better than this. Rand Paul, who's William? Oh, he's on the other guy. Rand Paul wants to stop Trump's tariffs. The DA's case against divisive race-based quotas will be heard in North Haldane. Well, the North Haldane High Court is the same court that said that the Tourism Relief Fund was not unconstitutional and it could discriminate against minorities and white people because that's what they said. they were overturned, but by then all the money was gone. We paid it, said, yeah, exactly. Tom Becky's President's Fund, funded largely by taxpayers, was supposed to be used for TRC victims. It was billions, but no one has seen a single cent. I think at this stage, political parties that purport to represent Afrikaners should not interfere with the literal lifeline offered by Trump. Yep. Most of the people that want to go to USA are learned people, and the low learned people want to stay. I don't think that's true either, Martin. It's a mix of people going both ways. I don't know how, it doesn't matter what the Senate wants to do. Trump has the authority to put tariffs in place, and he's done it. So Rand Paul, unless they pass a law and then overturn Trump veto, has got nothing to say. Yes, Pat Marie, right. BE is a disaster. Who's the 23-year-old DAMP? What 30? I don't know what you're talking about. You're Mr. T. What 30 are being invited to the White House? What are you talking about? Not familiar with that. We only have the technology to develop a device to measure how much oxygen we consume per day. I find the idea of moving to USA very appealing. I'm definitely interested, and I'm. Oh yeah, Justin, you're very productive. I mean, the loss of you to the South African economy would hurt. Yep. Yep. Star Wolf and Sun Chosen, are you on drugs? I mean, are you smoking doggy? You're typing nonsense all the time. You're just looking for attention. Senator Rand Paul claims he has the votes to block Trump's tariffs. What? How can he block Trump's tariffs? Trump has the authority to do it under the law. So he's done it. What can the Senate do? All they can do is draft legislation. I mean, okay, I'm going to go to CNN. This is horse manure. Let's see what they've got to say. Rand Paul has the votes. Let's see what it says. I don't see anything here from Rand Paul. Let me do a search. Do they have a search button here? Rand Paul. Okay, CNN, waiting for the search button. Interview with Chris Wyatt. There's nothing on Rand Paul here. I don't know what, it doesn't show up. I'm searching for Rand Paul. Nothing. 5 articles, nothing about Rand Paul. Nothing there, folks. So I don't know where you're getting your information from. Nothing on their website. I'll go back to it and look for it again. Nothing here. China, Jeff Bezos. White House attacks Amazon over a scrap tariff plan. What does that mean? The White House took aggressive aim at Amazon with President Trump putting in a call to Jeff Bezos after the company considered displaying the added cost of tariffs on certain items. Trump called Bezos to complain about reports that Amazon was considering displaying the cost of his tariffs next to prices of certain products on the company's website. Trump says Bezos was very nice. He was terrific. He solved the problem very quickly. Huh. Of course he was pissed. One of the officials granted anonymity to speak candidly told CNN, why should a multi-billion-dollar company pass off cost to consumers? Huh. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick echoed Levin's comments, saying that it's a hostile act if a company goes out its way to make it seem like tariffs have caused prices to change. It's nonsense, he said in an interview. A 10% tariff is not going to change virtually any price. The only price will change will be a product that we don't make here, like a mango. A 10% tariff, however, is hardly the only one in effect. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with Amazon. They're a bunch of turd balls anyway. So, but there's nothing here on Rand Paul. So let me see if anybody's comment on that. So. I suppose the conservative Republicans blows any way the wind blows, make America great again. The rest is still the country of the Dems. Oh, don't know. I don't see it here on CNN, so. Corey is going to pee herself laughing. Why? What's that? Seeing for fun with popcorn. That's good, William Wheeler. That's good. Yep. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so here's where the Rob Herself thing is. I mean, I got a message at 8:56 just before I went live. So Sue was worried. No, I was already told about it a couple times. That was right before I went live. What's the alternative? Amazon USA, Temu obviously not a starter. Well, Charles, you buy directly from the companies. I mean, most companies have a website, and you can buy your stuff directly from them. So you can buy from LL Bean at LL Bean. You can buy from are they still around? Is Land's End still around? But you can buy from virtually any retailer online directly from them. You don't need Amazon. Has anyone by any chance heard what happened to Toki Sexualized Money? Yeah, I heard that Sexwell is broke. I mean, I've heard that from a couple people. He doesn't have any money. Pat Murray, as a South African Colonel, you being American, promote the facts and the truth about South. Don't allow the American people being allowed racist, biased, mainstream South media. Not sure what you're saying there, Pat, but I think you're asking me to keep it up. Bradley saw me in Howick yesterday. Hey, Bradley, what's going on, man? Newsmax. Oh, is that the story? Okay. Okay, let's see what Newsmax has to say. Not CNN. Sorry, Newsmax is loading. Trump vows to veto Paul law to curb tariff. Okay, again, so I said we have to make a law. Senator Rand Paul reportedly said he's Republican and supported President Trump, but he said he has the votes in the Senate to strip the presidential authority on tariffs to give it to what Trump says is a do-nothing Congress. This resolution would undermine the administration's efforts to address the unusual, extraordinary threats to national security. There can be no doubt that Senate Resolution 49, if passed, would undermine. Okay, so, wow. Paul's bipartisan bill includes supporters who are seen as anti-Trump Republicans, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, and Mitch McConnell. So, okay, resolved by the Senate and House Representatives that pursuant to Section 202 of the National Emergencies Act, the national emergency declared by the President is terminated effective on the date of the enactment of this joint resolution. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but that's nothing. They want to put a bill in there. They have no authority. That they have to pass a law to strip the president of his authority, and he can veto it. So they need 2/3. So he's saying he has the 2/3 in the House and Senate. You have to have 2/3 in the House and Senate to override a presidential veto. I'm sure they could probably get it in the House. The Democrats would love to jump on board with the turncoat Republicans. But in the Senate, he's going to have 66 votes. He says he needs 30 votes. He needs 66 votes to overturn the president's veto. Rand Paul pulls never get because you don't like him in Congress. You're gonna try to. I'm sorry, not sorry, Rand Paul. People, he's being a little shitbird. Shitbird. It's because Congress allowed this to go on for so many years. They caused this problem. Paul's key argument against Trump's tariffs is that he can not tax Americans. The bottom line, buy that crap from abroad. So you're not paying a tax. Simple as that. So anyway, yeah, sorry about that, Rand Paul. Disappointed to say the least. Yeah, no, I items on Amazon and I buy them elsewhere if I can. What is this? I'm saying mainstream media just like us get noticed during the. Oh yeah, got you. They don't report facts. Mystic Burrs became a member. Sorry about that, Mystic. I didn't see your membership. Plenty of comp. Whites in on this continent. This is African American. Yeah, and Andre Ruse, I'm just curious, how did the DA become? They helped sign Bella and EWC, and the guy, yep. Andres Miller imbalances, yep. Well, behave, then Trump was right. You saw that? Yep. How we doing here? We're an hour and 31 minutes. Oh, I froze the video. At night, thanks for tuning in. Or the crappy internet. I have no control over. Jim Green boots. Merch. Got it. Cool bean. My thanks to the folks at Eopsy, the Crouch folks for the boots. They're awesome. Thank you so much. And move to our meeting. Okay. I forget. Is it through email or what? This is done. Okay. And move the four tracker to rather than cancel. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, all right. For being patient, send me an email or a WhatsApp, whichever way it was, and I'll check both of them here shortly, and I'll make sure you can reach me on WhatsApp. Okay. Dental work, in my experience, was a bit cheaper here, Karen, than in the States. But dental work is incredible in the States, just expensive. I paid $1,400 for a root canal. Paid a couple $100 for a filling. Yep. Yeah, the internet is a problem tonight. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll catch you tomorrow sometime. Cheers. Thanks for being here.